everybody, welcome back to another edition of Homemade. And today, you all, we are making another simple dish. And this is just our coleslaw. Now, it's the weekend, so typically at our house on the weekends, we either cook something really simple, we go out to eat on a date, or we just find a snack around the house. But it's really rare on the weekends that I cook like a really large meal, except for on Sundays. So today, and this is one of the things that goes really well with what we're eating today. And we're eating fried fish. And you all, what goes better with fried fish than coleslaw? Now, this coleslaw is so simple, but it is so good. I promise you, you can make this coleslaw and have it ready to be chilling in your fridge in less than 5 minutes. It's just that easy. Now, of course, I'm going to make a small batch. I'm not going to make a large batch of this coleslaw, but if you were making a larger portion of it, you would just double your ingredients. Now, if you can see, my cabbage that I have is really small, but I'm not even going to use the entire head of cabbage because this coleslaw really does make a lot of coleslaw. So what I'll do is I'll just probably like chop that, I'll say in half. And I do want to remove any of the extra outside pieces, but I am still going to wash this. We're also going to be putting chopped carrots into our coleslaw. Now, if you'll notice, I just have 1/2 of a carrot. You all, that's just how much this recipe stretches. And I like to remove the outside of the carrot. Now that I have my cabbage, my carrot chopped and washed, I'm going to move on to our onion. And I have a whole onion here, but I'm not going to use it all. I'll use maybe about 1/3 of it. You'll notice I am using my food processor for this. It gives the coleslaw a better texture. If you don't have a food processor, it's totally fine. You just have to chop everything up by hand. So it may take just a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, cut my food processor on, and I am going to cut this on high, and I'll just put this my cabbage into it. Now, if you can see our cabbage, and what I would recommend is I would recommend chopping the cabbage and the carrot separately, because what will happen is, again, your carrots can overpower your cabbage. So that's really important. But if you're okay with that, hey, go ahead, throw both of them in at the same time. It's totally fine. Go ahead and start assembling our coleslaw. So, really simple, not a lot of ingredients in here. We are going to put some black pepper, and I just like to say with the black pepper and the salt is to taste. Now, with the salt, I will say you don't need a lot because the overall taste of the coleslaw is more so of a sweet kind of taste, not a salty taste. So I just like to put a little bit in there, not a lot. Also, we're going to put sugar into here. I like to start off with about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And we're just going to start off with 2 right now. We are going to put some relish in here, and we are using sweet pickle relish. That's really important. Do not use dill. Use sweet. And for my pickle relish, I'll say you'll need about 3 tablespoons. We are going to use some mayo. For our mayo, we'll use about 1/4 of a cup. The thing with the mayo is it's best to have to add because you can't take it away. So you don't want to put too much in there. And we are also going to use some sandwich spread. Now I'm using Miracle Whip. If you don't have Miracle Whip, that is totally fine. And with the sandwich spread, you're only going to use 2 tablespoons. All we're going to do is stir this together. The consistency that you're going for, you don't want it really loose. So this is the perfect consistency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to sample it. And you all, we're going to put it in the refrigerator, let it chill for at least about 45 minutes, and it'll be ready to serve. That's our coleslaw. Not too sweet. That's awesome. Simple as that. Coleslaw. Now, if you try this recipe, if you have your own coleslaw recipe, let me know. But make sure you leave it in the comment section below. If you want to keep seeing our easy homemade recipes, make sure you like, subscribe, and share our channel. I always end with saying this, you all, and it is so true. Cooking is as easy or as hard as you make it, but I promise you, if you just keep it simple, be yourself, life in itself can be so much easier. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Homemade, and until next time, continue to be great.